What I don't understand about Malik Neighbors is this. Nigga, if you keep balling out, you're not going to have a quarterback. Can you just chill the hell out? If you just lose a couple games, you can get a quarterback for the next 10 years. But Malik Neighbors want to go out here and break records and cost us draft position. All right, look, the season is over. Giants end up with a third pick in the draft. Can't complain. All right, I can't complain. The third pick is good enough to get us a quarterback. And that's all that matters. And it's just... the baby oil. Gotta get the baby oil out. Because I love how the Giants decide to lose games once Brian Daboll knows that he's coming back. See, it's funny how when the report comes out before the game that the Giants are going to keep Shane and Daboll, that now Daboll want to go for it on fourth down to open the drive. Now Daboll want to bench Malik Neighbors for a couple series. It's funny how now we lose games when he know his job is safe, right? I digress. So I want to say last week it was weird because I actually had more to say about the loss last week, but I held my tongue because I thought I was going to come back full time last week. But I decided not to come back full time this week. So like some of the things I was gonna say about losing to the Colts last week was, had John Mara just went to Brian Daboll and Joe Shane and said, I'm bringing you back next year, I don't think Brian Daboll wins that game last week. I think a lot of the reason why Brian Daboll won that game last week was because he wanted to show that if he gets good quarterback play, he can win in this league. And I think Joe Shane, I feel like if Joe Shane knew his job was safe, maybe Malik Neighbors doesn't play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe players who are Brian Burns, guys who are battling injury, if the GM knows his job is safe and the coach knows his job is safe, those players don't play. When you want to lose games, look what the Patriots did, okay? The Patriots benched Drake May for no reason. Like, the Patriots did not want to win today. Why do you think they fired Gerard Mayo 10 minutes after the game? Because the assignment was clear. Gerard Mayo lose this game, and instead he ends up winning the game. Okay? Now, granted, Joe Milton was out there doing some shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Joe Milton was out there cooking niggas. But at the same time, all Gerard Mayo has to do is say, run, 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 run. Did Kansas City try to win the game today? No. When the Eagles wanted to screw the Giants during the pandemic season, when they pulled Jalen Hurts and them dudes in the third quarter, did they want to win the game? No. Do y'all think Doug Peterson pulls his starters on Sunday Night Football if he knew he was going to get fired the next day? Think about that. Do y'all really think Doug Peterson would have pulled his starters if he did not think his job was safe? Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie told him to throw that game. But when he threw the game, they didn't want to, they couldn't handle the backlash, so they fired him. Remember that? So this whole notion that there's no tanking in football, it's a fallacy. It's a lie. Come on, B. It's a lie, man. When teams don't want to win, the coaches, they call plays differently. The GM won't let the coach play certain players. There's ways to tank in football. But because John Mara decided that he wants to drag out this drama with Shane and Dable, they had to go out there and beat the Colts. That was the final home game of the season. They wanted to win so they can have something to hopefully keep their job. So I also want to say that, and I also want to say, bro, y'all got to understand, the Colts are garbage. They can't tackle. The Colts can't tackle. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. It just is what it is. But at the same time, y'all also have to understand, Shedeur Sanders is not going to Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders is not going to Tennessee. Deion Sanders will not let Shedeur Sanders go to those two teams. So if the Giants want Shedeur Sanders at 3, the Giants are going to give Shedeur Sanders at 3. Because this is not a situation where... Remember Marvin Harrison? No, not Marvin Harrison. Caleb Williams. Remember Caleb Williams wouldn't interview with anybody but the Bears? Because Caleb Williams said, I'm going number 1, so he didn't interview with anybody but the Bears? That's what Shedeur Sanders is going to do. I don't believe Shedeur Sanders is going to take a combine meeting with anybody other than the Giants, maybe the Raiders. Maybe the Raiders. So I personally don't believe that the Giants have anything to worry about. Now, we had to lose today, because if we beat the Eagles today, then Shedeur Sanders ain't falling to the 8th or the 10th pick. That's not happening. But because we're the 3rd pick in the draft, I think that Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders are going to make it clear that he wants to be a Giant. If you trade up for my son, you're trading up for a headache. So by losing today, the Giants pretty much wrapped up their future quarterback. I believe Shedeur Sanders will be a Giant at the 3rd pick in the draft. That's where I'm at with it. Now, had we won today and dropped to like 8 or 9, we might have been fucked. But at the 3rd pick in the draft, Deion can manipulate that. Deion Sanders can manipulate that. You feel me? I think Cam Ward is going to go first to Tennessee. I actually think Cleveland stays pat and takes that monster pass rusher that people are comparing to Micah Parsons. And I think the Giants get Shedeur Sanders at 3. I personally think we're going to be just fine, man. But we had to lose today, though. And Malik Neighbors, he getting on my nerves. He played too good. Malik Neighbors is way too good. He's just too good. Like, we trying to lose games, and Malik Neighbors out here shitting on secondaries. Like, Malik need to chill. Like, what I don't understand about Malik Neighbors is this. Nigga, if you keep balling out, you're not going to have a quarterback. Can you just chill the hell out? If you just lose a couple games, you can get a quarterback for the next 10 years. But Malik Neighbors want to go out here and break records and cost us draft position. Man. But it is what it is. Eventually, I will be back full-time, Giants fans. I miss y'all a little bit. I ain't going to lie. But I can't talk about this team every day. This was the worst season I could ever remember as a Giants fan. I can't remember a season this pathetic and forgettable ever. This is the most pathetic, forgettable, boring season I could ever remember in my life. And I'm happy it's over. I'm so happy it's over. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. Shout FUs in the comments if you rocking with me, and stay vicious. Dismiss.